Your branch session. This meeting has started recording. Rohit, are you sharing the screen?
1 second.
Okay, take your time.
Yeah, everyone, please ask your friends to join if they haven't joined yet.
And unlike the previous session, it will be full of interactions. You don't have to worry about it. You can ask question in between, so don't worry about it.
Is it being shared?
Okay, yeah. We can, I guess, share. Yeah. So
Perfect.
you can start the slideshow. Rohit?
Yep.
Okay. So, Divya, over to you.
Thank you. So, yeah. Hi, guys. My name is Divya, and welcome to the second segment of today's program, the Know Your Branch. So, after entering the CSE department of NIT Warangal, I'm sure all of you must be having a lot of questions and doubt about what you're supposed to do, what all options do you have, and how do you go about your 4 years. So this session is exactly to answer those doubts. Now, one thing I'll let you know, this presentation is going to have a lot of information, but we'll be sharing this. Here's the link for it. So you don't need to keep taking screenshots. So you can just enjoy the presentation and you'll have the access to it later on. Okay, so this session is all about answering all the questions that you have or might have had about CSE, or even answering those questions that you might not have had but are important ones. So, I'm sorry. So let's begin with this by me reiterating a bit about what CSE is. The CSEA is basically a group of tech enthusiasts from all the computer science courses in NIT Warangal. We explore the depths and bounds of different domains of computer science and engineering in the college. We also help to enhance the technical culture of our college by conducting various workshops and competitions. We also collaborate with a lot of other institutes of higher education like NIT Trichy and NIT Surathkal, industry leaders like CodeChef and Postman, and various alumni of our college who are working across the globe. These collaborations are made for the benefit of all students passionate about computer science in our college. Now, moving, and one of the taglines that we have is grow together and learn together. So, grow better, my bad. Grow together and grow better. So, moving on, there's the trending fields. So, I'm sure a lot of you must have heard these buzzwords that you see on your screen right now: artificial intelligence, machine learning, cloud computing, blockchain. And I'm pretty sure you must be interested in at least more than one of these fields. So, with so many options to choose from, because all of these come under the domain of computer science and engineering, you could end up choosing any one of them. To sort of help you through, you will have to narrow down on these on your interests. And to do that, our seniors are here to help you and guide you because we have also been through the same phase and have slightly more clarity about what is to be done. So we'll be conducting mentorship sessions about these and sharing resources with you all so that you can explore these fields to the best possible manner and narrow down your interests or what you would like to pursue. So that is it about this. Now moving on to the second segment, that is competitive programming. Over to you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Divya, for the great
Yeah, just
introduction.
1 second. So yeah, chat option is enabled now. So guys, feel free to ask any doubts in between. If you have, you can just put it in chat box. Yeah, Rohit, you can continue.
Yeah. So thanks a lot for the great introduction, Divya. So now moving on, I'll be talking about competitive programming and what it is all about. So first of all, as if you're a beginner programmer or you have some knowledge in programming, you will know how to code. Now, the most important thing about programming is not only that we need to know how to code, that is the syntaxes and about each programming language, But the most important part is that we need to be able to think in different ways so as to solve a problem. And that is where competitive programming comes into play. Competitive programming is comes under many different types of contests. There are two main types are it could either be a short contest of maybe like 3 hours or 2.5 hours depending on the contest, or it could be a 10-day long marathon contest. Either way, the aim of the contest of each competitive programming contest is to solve a problem as quick as possible. The quicker you solve, the better your rank will be. But the downside is if you were to submit a wrong solution, you will also gain negative markings, which will affect your rank poorly. Now, how to get started with CP? There are multiple platforms you can use for starting with CP. There are CodeChef, HackerRank, HackerEarth, CodeForces, and many search platforms. Whichever one you choose, it is absolutely fine. The best thing about these platforms is they have weekly contests. Like for example, CodeChef has 3 beginner contests every week, or some contests that are held once 2 weeks or once a month. CodeChef also holds a beginner level contest, that is the marathon contest, that is held for 10 days. So you may start CP with any of these platforms. Now you may be wondering, why do we need to do competitive programming when we know if we are normally doing our own programming? The benefits of competitive programming is that because of the timeline, the deadline that you have to do these questions, it makes you mentally fit. It gives you the sense of the demand to do it as quick as possible and in the most efficient way possible. So with the deadline hanging over your head, you're doing problems, it makes you more efficient. And you can now start it as a way to practice your PSCP problems. For now, you can just focus on leveling yourself up, but later on, you can strive to compete at international levels and at international competitions such as ACM and ICPC, which my friend will soon be elaborating on. The main key of competitive programming is you need to practice regularly. The more you practice, the better you get at it. And after each contest, they will provide you editorials, which you should look through so as to get an idea on how you could have done it as well. Now, over to my friend who will now talk about the international level competitions.
Thank you,
Ritik?
Rohit. Thank you, Rohit. Hi, everyone. I'm Venu from CSE second year. I will explain briefly about Google Code Jam and Facebook Hacker Cup. Yeah, coming to Google Code Jam, it's an international programming competition hosted and administered by Google. The competition basically consists of a set of algorithmic problems which must be solved in a fixed amount of time. Basically, it consists of 5 rounds, starting with qualification round, round 1, round 2, round 3, and finals, where you have a chance to win $15,000 along with World Championship title. And doing competitive programming is the key in preparation for this. Yeah, moving to next slide. Moving to next slide. Yeah, coming to Facebook Hacker Cup. It is an annual international programming competition hosted and administered by Facebook. Same here. Here also there are 5 rounds, starting with qualification round, round 1, round 2, round 3, and finals. Top contenders are eligible for the interview call from Facebook for the software development roles. And here too, doing competitive programming is the key in preparation for this. Yeah, handing over to next one. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Venu. And hello, everybody. Myself, Ritik, CSE second year. So we will be continuing with the competitions further. And now we have the prestigious ACM ICPC. So ICPC, the International Collegiate Programming Contest, is an algorithmic team contest for college students. So you basically participate in it as a team of three, representing your uni, which is RNIT, and work together to solve problems. It is a 5 hour massive contest, which is also the Olympiad of coding, because you have people from all over the world, the best of the best. It's one of the oldest, largest, and the most prestigious contests in the world. The winners are pretty well recognized throughout the world because of the prestige the event holds. So we'll be moving on to the next event. Next slide, please. Yeah. GSOC, okay, Google Summer of Code. It is one of the most popular programming event by Google in our campus. So basically, Google Summer of Code is a global online program and it is focused on open source software development. So those who are interested in the development part of programming, this is your event. It's basically a 3-month programming project, which is open for all years. Anyone can participate. And the best thing is you basically work on your project under the mentorship from Google. So you build, work on your project, and showcase it to the world. And potential projects which are pretty good might also get recognized by Google themselves. Even in our own college, we have our own GDSC chapter, which is Google Development Student Club, which have also partnered with us CSEA and have bought in GSOC Decoded, which is basically a chat with the GSOC mentors. Do not worry, we will have further meets or events on this. So those who are interested in this particular event, please stay tuned in for the future and don't miss out. Next slide, please. Yeah. Okay, so there are lots and lots of many global competitions that provide immense exposures and recognition. You have competitions from Microsoft, Microsoft Code, Microsoft Build the Shield, etc. So all you basically have to do is a simple Google search about these, learn about them, apply to them whenever they are open and possible. Even if you're not feeling confident, just try them out because the exposure they will give you will make the experience worthwhile. I would like to pass it on to the next speaker to continue with the presentation. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ritik. And hi, hello everyone. I'm Nitin. I'm from second year CSE. Now we are going to look at future prospects, meaning opportunities available for a computer science engineer in the future. Actually, there are plenty of opportunities available in CSE. We are going to look at a few of them now. First being research. Research is a creative work which is undertaken to increase your knowledge bank. It is the systematic investigation in order to establish facts and reach new conclusions. The outcome one expects out of research is that increment in knowledge. And now coming to internships, internship is working under an organization or mentor primarily to have some work experience and also getting paid. The two broad categories of internships are research internships and software internships. Internships will be talked about in greater detail in the coming sections. And now moving to freelancing. Uh, Previous slide, please. Yeah. Freelancing is basically a self-employment. Here, they are hired by organization to work under some projects. The two important things a freelancer must possess is first thing, they have to be skillful because they do not come under an organization. That is, they cannot use the name of an organization for getting work somewhere. And the second thing is that they need to be good at finding clients. These two things put together will make one good at freelancing. And next, moving to placements. First thing that comes to mind of many people when they think of computer science and engineering is placements or job. IT sector is one of the booming sectors now with very high paying jobs, which is definitely a dream of many students. Computer science and engineering has many opportunities for jobs which are high paying too. And now coming to higher education. Higher education and research are something which go hand in hand. Higher education is basically a research oriented study, mostly pursued out of interest. The options are
Is he audible?
No, he's not.
No, I guess is internet issue.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, I think we can move to the next
Next
person.
slide.
Yeah.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah,
Hello?
you're audible. You can continue.
Yeah. Hello, guys. This is Rakshit from second year CSC. I am here to talk about internships. Well, starting from the basics, what is an internship? Well, internship is where a student is offered to work in an organization for some period of time so that he can gain work experience. So, Through internship, a student can become a better programmer, a better developer. Next slide, please. So why do we need to do internship? Well, there are many benefits. First is it gives direction. That means a student can learn, apply his skills and knowledge on practical issues or problems and solve them. And second thing, it makes him more competitive in the job market. That means he can connect with the professionals and meet people, create network, learn new skills and many more. And gives experience and exposure in the job field. It helps to experience the working environment in the company. Along with this, the company might offer a certain cash amount for your work, and this is called stipend. So next slide. Well, here you can see the companies that offer internship and placements in our college. There is Microsoft, Amazon, Oracle, and many more. Hope you guys be wondering that how to prepare for these internships. I would like to call upon our senior to explain how can we prepare for internships. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I am Chirantan Mulia. I am from BTech third year CSE, and I got summer internship at Microsoft India for 2022. And today I'll be explaining you how the intern drive at NIT Warangal works. So basically, for any companies, there will be two rounds majorly. First one will be your online test, and further there will be some interview rounds. So for online test, what you majorly want to learn is the competitive programming, as mentioned earlier in this session, which is totally based on your problem solving skills. So basically, in online test, you will be given some problems and you need to solve it using some any of the programming languages. So that can be improved by doing competitive programming and giving contests. So coming to the interviews, so in interviews, you will be asked from majorly from course named Data Structures and Algorithms, which will be the course in your second semester. And apart from that, there will be some topics such as database management systems, object-oriented programming, and puzzle solving, etc. And those courses will be in your curriculum for your second year syllabus. So yeah, these are the things that you should know for getting an internship. And for SDE intern, which is software development engineering intern, you won't be required the aptitude part majorly. Majorly, you will need to know DSA and problem solving only. So yeah, that's all from my side. All the best for your future. And if you have any doubts regarding the intern, you can put it in the chat box. Over to the next person.
Can you move to the next slide?
Rohit?
Yeah. Hello everyone, this is Satvika from second year CSE. I'll be talking about few other opportunities specific to women to increase their participation in the technical domain. So next slide. Yeah. So this year DSHA India introduced their Ascent Educate for Women in Tech. It is a mentorship program in which students take part in exclusive educational experience wherein they get to enhance their skills in areas ranging from coding and software development to professional development. You also get a chance to network with a diverse group of women from various engineering colleges in India. It's a 6-month program and you receive a stipend of 50,000. This is especially for second and third year girl students. You can refer to the given link to know more about the selection procedure and eligibility criteria. Next, we have Uber C++. Yeah. It is like a 2D event wherein you get to interact with senior leaders at Uber and talk to the women engineers there. Yeah. This also has a selection procedure which you can just Google and you'll find it. They shortlist a few candidates from the through online OT round. So yeah, online test round. Next, we have Amazon Wow. It's a networking platform for women engineering students. They host various sessions for interviews, preparatory sessions for interviews where they tell you what to expect during online technical assessment, on how to write good resumes and how to choose your career and stuff. Next, we have Women Possibility Summit Finance by Goldman Sachs. It's for women who are interested in financial services sector. They try to understand women's interests and provide a perspective on what it takes to have a successful career in that sector. Next, we have GSOC. Next slide. Yeah. It is very similar to GSOC, except that it's exclusively for women students. They receive a 3-month scholarship to work on existing open source projects and expand their skill set. And last but not the least, we have Generation Google Scholarship, which was established to help women students pursuing computer science degrees excel in their field and become leaders. Yeah. Shortlisted students will receive a scholarship of 1,000 US dollars. This is for female students who are in second year. You can go through the given link to know more about the program and eligibility criteria. So generally, most of the above mentioned programs require you to fill a form asking a few details, submit a simple resume, and go through a coding round and finally an interview round. These are just a few programs. You can explore more if you are interested. Yeah, Pranjal will take over. Thank you.
So, hello everyone. First of all, I'd like to congratulate every one of you for making it into NIT Warangal CSE. Myself, Pranjal Chaudhary, CSE second year. So, I am here to talk about the career options that you guys will be focusing on after your second year, most probably. These are the following career options that you can see on your screen: MTech, MBA, MS, or these are just the degree ones. Like if you want to study further and if you are a warrior, if you want to study more, you can go into these. And if you want to earn money, you can just take some job. Or NIT Warangal has a top-notch placement and among all the IITs and NITs, and I think you know it pretty well. Our NIT has very good startup culture. Like in NIT Warangal, we have Innovation Garage, which mainly focuses on entrepreneurship and all. You can also do some freelancing in your free time, like and most probably you can start in your second year or so. I'd like to just say one thing that just don't burden yourself with all of these things. Just focus on exploring everything, you know, and after some time you'll get to know that okay, this is the thing that Pranjali was talking about and everything. So just focus on exploring. Move to the next slide. So yeah, this is what I was going to talk about. Like I think most of you already know about these. Like for competitive programming, you have to use these some specific sites. Like they are quite good at it. CodeChef, CodeForces, HackerRank, HackerEarth, etc. And for reading, you have got Geeks for Geeks, Coursera, edX, and if you all don't know about it, like Coursera and Geeks for Geeks, they already provide student like Coursera provides free courses for students, and Geeks for Geeks has that student program which you can register through your student mail ID. So you should definitely try this. Uh, it is written here: solve at least 70 to 80 problems in summer. Uh, and I'd like to change that. You should focus on getting more problems, like not on problem, but on understanding. Like you should mainly focus on logic and everything. Try at least ASCM, ICPC in 4 years. Yeah, like Ritvik already talked about it. So you should definitely try it once in your 4 years. And you should definitely try web dev, app development, and development, anything, just as a hobby in your first year or second year, up to you totally. Okay, so I'd like to conclude the meeting here. And if you, any one of you have got any doubts, you can ask them in the chat box. Any language is supported here. I personally know Hindi and English. There are many ones who know Telugu. So don't worry, ask anything that you want
And
to
if
ask.
anyone wants to ask by unmuting, you can also unmute yourself and ask. Free will to ask. It's an purely interactive session with your seniors. Like currently, there are third years as well. So if you have any doubts regarding that, you can ask. Yes, Satvik has asked one doubt, how are the opportunities in web development? Is it worth learning? So yeah, definitely web development is worth learning because it's like adding an extra value to yourself and extra value to your resume. And not just learning is important. After learning the web development, you need to have a decent project as well, so that you can show that you know the web development. It's not just a certificate kind of thing that you learned it. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
No, there is no web development in your curriculum. You need to learn it by yourself.
I have a question. We are all the first years and freshers, and we don't have much coding experience. So, would it be good to first get experience in the field, then go into competitions, or just participate and get experience?
Yeah, definitely. So first, in first year, it's better if you just focus on PSCP and learn basic syntax and basic programs, and you can just practice on Geeks for Geeks or Lead Code or Hacker Rank, etc. platforms. And when your second year starts, you can go into competitive programming. It's suggested to go for competitive programming in second year, but some of the students already know basics of coding from their plus two, because for some boards they have C++ in their 12th. So yeah, if you know C++ basics and basic programs and all, then you can go for competitive programming from first year itself. It's totally fine.
About hackathons.
Uh, Yeah, so hackathons are basically um, contests for development, and where you will be given some problem statements, and you need to work in either solo or teams depending on type of hackathon, and the time limit might be 24 hours or 48 hours or 1 week or 1 month even. So that all depends on hackathons. And yeah, but before participating into hackathon, it's better to learn a particular skill, either web development or app development or machine learning, etc. fields. So CSE will be conducting sessions for all of them in near future, and then you can explore all of them, and at the end you will decide which particular field you are interested more in, and then you can start taking part in hackathons from your second semester or second year onwards.
Which brings the important point I was going to mention. You already know uh, about Computer Science and Engineering Association of NIT Warangal. From the inauguration, we showed you slides about all the activities that we do, and there were a very few events of everything that we do. We couldn't fit that into a 2-minute video. So we do hackathons. We will be organizing a hackathon from next month. We have some collaborations with some companies coming, so they will be performing some workshops and everything. So what we have always preferred is that you don't choose your niche very instantly, like I want to do this only, I want to do that. And everybody tells you that you need to explore. So we'll soon.
I guess Rahul, we
I
lost
guess.
you.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, I'll continue the Rahul's part. I guess there's some problem
Workshop.
from him. Okay, okay, it's back.
Also be having a workshop about APIs, which application always post all the materials that goes out from our side onto WhatsApp groups. Audible? Is my
Is
voice
it audible?
breaking?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was some glitch from your side. Like you are not audible for past 1 minute.
yeah. Your voice is breaking.
Am I audible?
Your voice is breaking, Rahul. I think some internet issue.
Okay, so okay, till his internet comes back, I would like to add some points regarding hackathon. And there was a one question: how are the opportunities in web development? Is it worth learning? I guess Chirantan, you already answered it, but like I'll just take it to further level. So yeah,
Hello?
as yeah, hello Rahul, are you there? Okay, so I'll just answer that. So basically, hackathon, as
Okay,
Chirantan
sorry.
said, it is a type of competition where you have to build some projects, school projects with a team or solo. So how you get so many opportunities via web development or in hackathon? So basically, when you participate in hackathon, you need to have some development because you have to prepare something. And if that hackathon includes some sort of development problem statements, but the opportunity is what you get. So there are many hackathons which are offered by many companies, and they actually offer intern opportunities. Like for instance, I would like to say, like I would like to share, like recently my team got an intern offered from Amazon because we participated in one of their hackathons. So my almost all of the members of my teams are interning in Amazon due to that hackathon. So what we did there, we made a web development project that was deployed with a machine learning model. So basically, everything that you learn, if you have a knowledge of a very good level and you are confident enough, you can use that skill to get some opportunities, create opportunities for other, and earn for yourself. To be honest, if you are monetizing your skill, that is also a very good thing. But coming on the what do I say, opportunity part. So yeah, any skill that you are building can be used, like can give you a lot of opportunities. So you don't think about okay, is it worth learning? Because obviously, if it is there and there are so many competition about that, so there must be something in the box for you. Uh, Rahul, are you fine with that now? Chandan, am I audible?
Yeah.
You're audible.
You're
Okay,
audible.
okay, okay. So
Yeah, for about doubts regarding web development, so I would personally suggest that first in first year focus on learning one programming language first, which is C++. So
absolutely.
and don't go for web development in first year. If you already know C++, then you can go for computer programming as well. And you can start learning web development from HTML, CSS. If you want really want to learn web development right now, you can go for HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, etc. And you can follow any YouTube tutorials. Majorly, all of them are pretty good. So yeah. Yeah, yeah. Someone asked that when can we start web development? So as I said, you can start web development and starting of your second year. Till then, you can learn HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. Those are the basic things regarding web development.
Like if you are not comfortable, like if you're not willing to follow some YouTube channels, there is a very good website called W3 Schools. You can follow that. Uh, you can speak up, like it is not so a formal session. You can speak up and ask your doubts. No worries.
Yeah, because the chat is having too many messages, so we might
Yeah,
miss
we
something.
might miss some.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are the requirements as in skill to do freelancing?
Okay, so you're talking about freelancing. So if the thing is like there are so many websites that offer freelancing, for example, there is I guess freelancing freelancers. I guess I'm not sure about the name. So basically, what they do, you have to first thing is like there's so many things that creates the opportunity for freelancers. Like there are many people who want some sort of websites for them, so they just post that on a freelancing website. So as the you need to have a tech stack, like you need to have the knowledge of a tech stack. For example, if you're doing to like if you're going for web development, so having a knowledge of React.js or HTML, CSS, or some backend framework like Node or PHP or Django. So basically, if you have a proper knowledge of one thing and that is being demanded by the client, so that is basically your skill. So basically, there is no specific skill for freelance. Suppose if I'm doing something for a company that requires Django, that's my tech stack, and there's a company that demanded Node.js, and Chiranta knows Node.js. So basically, that's his own skill, and he can do his freelance from his skill sets, and I can do from mine. So basically, what you have become, like what you have the skill, that can be used as your skill set for freelancing. But yeah, having confidence in one of the tech stack is important. And also the PPT was so fast, I would say. Like obviously we don't have that much time. Like we had to cover a lot of things in a very small span of time. So basically all year long you will be seeing so many events and sessions we take for giving you the insights of many things, like many technologies, web development. We do hackathons. So like through all those things you will be learning what to learn at what time, and basically uh, at a point like you like at a specific point you will be given appropriate knowledge from our association as well. Like currently we are having a codemon series that is actually for helping second years for the interns. So yeah, like at a time when you will be needing something, you will be finding them from many from our association itself.
Which online platform is best to learn coding?
Okay, so there are several platform. If you like, okay, in general I would ask if like is your coding mean by normal coding or competitive coding? Hello.
Both.
Okay, so
Okay.
for
Yeah.
okay, yeah, Chanta, you want to take that?
Yeah, so basically, if you are totally amateur for coding, like you don't know any programming languages yet, so first you can learn C++ from YouTube channel. If you are compatible with Hindi, then go for Code with Harry. Otherwise, there is one channel. Sufyan, what was that for the English tutorials for C++?
Bucky.
Yeah, Bucky C++. So you can go out for either of them, either Code with Harry or Bucky C++. So that's for the basic of C++ like syntax and all. And after that, for practicing the problems, you can go for Geeks for Gigs, Hacker Rank, and Lead Code. These are the three, like they have the filters for difficulties and all. So you can go for the basics or easy level difficulty problems. And also you can like, you will be doing your PSCP assignments as well. So those things will brush up your skills, and once you are confident enough, you can go for the competitive programming on CodeChef, Codeforces, etc. Yeah, someone asked like, should we go in hand with our PACP classes for concept, or you can go from before also. So it's better if you learn from before itself, because the teaching style of professors and the YouTube channel is going to be totally different. So it's better if you learn the topics, like the syllabus will be provided to you before itself, so you can just learn those topics before itself. Yeah, any other doubts? You can ask anything.
What are the laptop specifications to work with machine learning and deep learning?
Yeah, actually, I answered your question in chat box, but I will repeat it again that you will like 8 GB RAM and 4 GB GPU would be enough, like depending on what type of stuff you wanna do. If your stuff is related to rendering in machine learning, then it's better to have a 4 GB dedicated GPU rather than the integrated, because it might take time. So it's better to have 4 GB GPU and 8 GB RAM, and the processor should be i3 plus or i5 plus.
There's a question like any suggestion for advanced SQL. So basically you will have a subject called DBMS. So when you will have also a lab. So like when when you are doing your classes, you can learn all those things. So I don't think in first year you need it, like in your first semester DBMS. I don't think in first semester they have DBMS. I guess some platforms provide a discount for like via student mail. I'm not sure about it.
Rahul asked that should we aim for GSOC in 2022. So
I think
you
2023 will
can
be better for them.
aim, but it's better 23. Yep.
Yeah. What is
Yeah,
GSOC?
GSOC, yes, you can take.
No, you take no worries.
You take.
Is Aditya here?
Yeah,
Hello.
he's here, but I don't think he will take this question. Aditya, will you take this question, please?
Which one?
What
What
is
is
GSOC?
GSOC?
So, okay, GSOC is abbreviation for Google Summer of Code, which will be like you have to work for an organization on your summer break, like developing something or the project they have. So there is selection procedure, which is like very elaborate selection procedure. You have to first contribute to the project in open source, like you've heard of GitHub and Git. So you have to contribute there, and then the organization mentor selects the student that will be working on the project. So first of all, they release the projects, and then you have to apply with your proposal, so that describing how you will go about the solution, or how you'll implement the things mentioned in the project. So as they select the students, so it's lot competitive. So as soon as you get the selection, they are just invited you to the like IRC channels and stuff, and then you have to work on the project with the specified deadline. So in the proposal, you also have to specify what deadlines you'll be giving yourself. So they'll check, and then you'll have two evaluations. One evaluation would be in the half period, like if you have 3 months, so 1.5 months after you have your first evaluation, where you'll have to show the code, show the progress you have done, and respectively. So there's a form of that, so you have to fill and stuff. And finally, there is a final evaluation in which you have to submit your project, like whatever you have done. So once you submit, you get your stipend or anything, and then just the repository access and other things. So if you're very successful, you'll also be invited to work on the project long term. So as being the mentor, or maybe contributing further to the other projects, they may be invited. Just it's basically for the development purpose. So there are different fields you can choose in. So if you have interest in machine learning, there are also machine learning projects and stuff. So you have to choose organization on the level which you are. So if I'm an Android developer, I'll choose the organization which has Android projects. And if I'm a web developer, I'll choose something related to web. And there are certain projects that do not even require the programming languages. So you just have to like you have seen the README files or the documentation or the Wikipedia pages wherein you have to write stuff. So those students who are interested in writing or making like the patterns or what we say like documents or the workflows of the project. So they're also invited to work on the project. So you have to just find your organization and then apply for it. So that's it.
Yeah, thank you
Any
very much.
specific
This
questions
was
you have?
quite decent answer for your the question.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, Nikita, it's enough because coding doesn't require much specifications. But it's better to have 8 GB RAM. 4 GB RAM is also fine, but then it might become slow. Yeah, we'll be wrapping up sessions around 8 p.m. So if you have any doubts, you can ask quickly.
Is advanced DSA required?
No, no. For internship, you will require the basic DSA only, which will be covering stacks, queues, linked lists, trees, and graphs. Yeah, Amit, sorry, I forgot to answer your question. How can I decrease my time during coding? So just take part in contests which are held on CodeShift. Like for CodeShift, there are new three starters or lunchtime cook off. These contests are like short contests which are around 2 to 3 hours. And you can also go for lead code beat weekly as well as weekly contests, which are 1.5 hour contests. So such contests will increase your speed and also accuracy as well. If you guys are interested in, like, if you already know C++ basics and if you are interested in learning data structures, then you can follow Code1 series by CSEA. You will get information on our respective social media handles, Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn. Can get all the, like, for now we have uploaded around 6 to 7 catalogs there, and you can for each data structure.
See, like when you are asking on aptitude and logical ability for placements on intern. So basically, don't, to be honest, I'm just saying, don't invest your time in those things now. Just focus on thing that you can love in more time, like DSA, other things. Because when you will have your intern season, you will, before that you will have a summer vacation of around 2 months. So in that time, you will be like learning all those things, and there will be so many mock tests during that time. And from that only you can sharpen your aptitude and logical abilities. For now, focus more on DSA, focus more on PSCP, because you have to learn first of all C++, because or any coding inter round will have C++ for sure. Like if there's an analytics job, they might give Python, but 90% or 95% of the company will give you C++, 100% sure. So don't worry about it. And as Sasha said in the beginning, first learn, like if you are trying to go for CP, first start with CodeChef. Like CodeChef has good the question sets. Like you, if you go to their problem sets, you will have a very variety of categories, like beginners, cakewalk. Like there's so many categories. So start from there, and you can increase your level bit by bit. Solve at least like some like a like good number of questions, and you will see like your increase, like your speed is increasing bit by bit. And that's why you will get some accuracy. Like you will see the question and you'll get the logic. The main motive behind we telling you to do competitive coding is because when you will see the question, you'll get the idea on the spot. Okay, we have to do this. The only time you will spend is to code it, not to think it. Obviously, you have to think a lot in the beginning, but as later you will get comfortable with the competitive coding, you won't feel that much effort giving into thinking, but more effort will be in implementing. So that is all for like as Sasha said.
Yeah, so apart from the contests I told, as Aditya mentioned in chat, Kickstart, Hashcode, Facebook Hacker Cup, Code Jam, these are the contests which are, and also ICPC, these are the contests which are like not frequent, it will be either 5 to 6 or up to 10 rounds within a year. But the Code Chef, Code Forces lead code contests are like held on weekly or twice a week basis.
Like there are
So
at
yeah,
least
you
three in a
can,
month.
yeah. So you can go for like you can go onto their websites and check out the timings and all. So for beginners, I would suggest that go for a Code Chef Div 3 contest and Code Forces Div 3 contest or Lead Code Beat Weekly and Weekly contest. And Lead Code contests are generally easier, so you can go for it. And stars and ratings on respective websites don't matter much because someone can easily get those doing cheating as well. So at the end, what matters is your knowledge and your problem solving skills.
I guess that was enough for competitive coding. So before I conclude, I would like to say the last thing about academics. Like, if we are talking about know your branch, we should bit get into academics. So one thing everyone remember this. You might find senior who would say, "Bhai CGPA matter nahi karta." Like CGPA doesn't matter at all. Trust me, it does. So don't waste your time thinking on those ideologies. Have a decent CGPA in the beginning. CGPA matters a lot. And trust me, if Saswat has written all the things in a bold case, it is showing something you will know in your second year. So make your CGPA good. In first year, try to increase as much as possible. And that was the only advice I took from a senior, and he is currently the GenSec of CSEA, Abhishek Kumar Shukla. He gave me that advice, ki like increase your CGPA in first year as much as possible, because in the upcoming year you will be busy in developing your skills as well. So you have to like if like in online sim has given a lot of opportunities to balance many things, but had it been offline, it would have been very difficult. So maybe like from your next year you will be in college. So in first year, how much CGPA is good? So overall, like make 8 plus is a very good CGPA. 7 plus 5 is enough, but have a 8 plus CGPA. 7.5 is enough for sure, but having a 8 plus is a good backup. Like later stage, if you get into some like if some exam get wrong, like bad, you have your CGPA to back your SGPA. So don't worry about it. As Sasha said, as high as you can get, lol. Yeah, CGPA matters, and don't fall into this any sort of ideology like CGPA doesn't. It does a lot.
Yeah, I would request the second years here to share your contacts and emails to juniors. So like if they need any help, they can contact you.
Yeah. And we
And
have a
if you
plenty of
have,
numbers. So if
yeah, you can convey your doubts for third years or final years through them. As like third years might get busy for internships and final years might be busy with the placements, and also second years can answer your doubts if you have any.
mm,
Yeah, decent CGPA is 8 plus.
and
Like
even
major,
for
if you are, especially if you are planning for higher studies, if it's better to have a 9 plus CGPA because the universities require those 9 plus CGPA. And for getting an internship or a job, 7.5 plus or 8 plus is good enough.
Like many of your second year seniors have shared the contact in the chat box. You can save them if you want, and do contact them for any need. Like they can be your mentor, they can be a supporter, and your friend as well. So no need to be very formal with the, to be honest, CSC seniors. You can be informal, yeah, in limits, but yeah, be informal and talk about it.
Yeah, Rahul, you can go through the placement statistics of NIT Warangal on the website. There you can find it. But for CSE, I can tell you like the average package will be around 20 to 25 lakhs LPA.
At least.
Yep. And this year it will be more. Current statistics are not yet uploaded, I guess.
But yeah, it
will
would be
uploaded
around
very soon.
25 to 25 at
Yeah, it
least.
will be 25 plus for this time for sure. And the intern statistics will also be updated. Like currently, NIT Warangal has grossed 1,000 plus interns for this year.
1,000 plus interns and placements, like for apart from
Yeah.
PTOs.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And in CSE, more than 70 to 75% people have got intern. That is a very
Yeah.
good sign.
Yeah, I guess there are no more doubts. If you have any doubts, you can contact any of your second years and us also, or you can contact CSE on respect to social media handles. And
Follow them.
yeah,
Do follow them. You will get a lot of events about like notices over there. Obviously, you'll get in the WhatsApp, but being there, like you'll get insights about so many results and everything on their stories. So
yeah,
follow the social media handles.
yeah. So all the best for your future and happy coding.
Okay, someone is asking share social media links. Okay, I'll just share in a minute.